This is going to be an overview of how we do SEO at Clarity Ventures. Today what we're going to cover is why SEO, on-page and off-page optimization, and ongoing SEO reporting and analysis to improve your SEO results. So first of all, what is SEO and why do we want to perform SEO on a site? So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and I'm going to bring up an overview that we can provide for you. This is our standard SEO overview for Clarity. In this overview, we explain some of the key elements of SEO. And to start with today, I really want to highlight some of these key factors that analysts have found about SEO. 42% of searchers click on the top ranking link and 8% click the second ranking link in search results. So what does that mean? When you go to do a search in a search engine, if you were looking for, let's say, business to business e-commerce, this would be the first link right here. So 42% of searchers click on that very first link, and then 8% click on the second link. So the reason that's important is to think about how critical it is to be in one of those two spots. 77% of search users choose organic over paid listings when searching. So what that means is these organic links that you see highlighted here are different from the paid links as shown in the ads section. So the 77% of search users choose organic over paid listings. Just continuing on, 40% of SEO campaigns aware of return on investment see returns of over 500%. The key idea here is you need to analyze the results in order to improve those results with a key focus on return on investment. And then searchers typically decide to stay or leave in 2 to 3 seconds. It's not enough to get traffic to a site. Once someone shows up, once they land on your page from being in those first 1 or 2 results, you've got to make sure that you have valuable content so they'll want to stay and continue to navigate through your site. Okay, so those are some key reasons why SEO is important. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the upsides to SEO and what it can do for you. So by engaging in SEO, you can generate dramatic improvements in traffic. You can find traffic that's qualified and looking for exactly what it is that you offer. This is a key focus for successful SEO. Understanding the importance of doing SEO right is one thing, but understanding why it's important to do SEO is another. So let's just take a look at some hard data on SEO results just to give you an idea. If you go to the Google AdWords keyword tool, you can take a look at global monthly searches for particular keyword phrases. Now, if someone, in this case, is optimizing their site for business-to-business e-commerce, if that's one of the keywords that they're focused on, then these are 3 keyword phrases that they'll want to rank highly for. So you've got business-to-business commerce, business-to-business e-commerce, and business-to-business e-commerce without a hyphen. And you can see the global monthly searches. This is 74,000 searches a month for that particular keyword. Now, if you think about your site traffic today and think about how many people are visiting your site, you can do the math and come up with your return on investment as far as traffic generated to the site. You can extrapolate that. So let me just kind of bring you back here to what I'm talking about. So if we were to be number 1 or number 2 for one of these keywords, we could say if we're number 1, we'll probably get 42% of these searchers clicking on our site. So just to give a round number, we would say 42% of 74,000, and I'm just going to say 0.4, That's 29,000 people visiting the site if we're in the #1 position. And if we're in the #2 position, we could count on about 0.8% going to the site a month. I'm sorry, I did that wrong, 0.08. So you can see from that the boost in traffic that you could potentially achieve by getting a top result in the search rankings for these different keywords. Okay, so that's really important to understand so that you can understand the value of being SEO optimized. So to summarize, when you optimize your site for search engine optimization, you're going to allow yourself to be exposed to dramatically increased amounts of traffic. And not only increased traffic, but qualified visitors. So that's the key. Okay, great. So now that you've got that in your mind, you can really establish what type of traffic you can expect and what type of end result that you want to have for these visitors. The next thing you can do is you can analyze what kind of return on investment you could get from that. So let's say that you have an additional 10,000 visitors to your site. You can track backwards from the number of new visitors to the number of new sales and come up with a metric for visitors to generated sales from just historical analytical data, and we can help you do that. So that's the reason for doing SEO. The reason is quite simply to make more traffic, more qualified traffic, and then dramatically increase revenue. So it's a long-term type of an operation. It's a long-term focus around generating more revenue for your business. Okay, great. So how do you do SEO how do you do SEO for your site and get it to work? Typically, search engine optimization is broken into two key categories, on-page and off-page optimization, and that's what we're going to focus on today. We'll start with on-page optimization. So what is on-page optimization? On-page optimization is everything within your site that you control. So if you were to take a look at a sample site, and we'll just pull up the Clarity website, everything on this site that we can control, all the content, all the meta information, etc., that is what is considered to be on-page optimization. So actually, if I can view the source code for this site, and you can see all of this information that creates a page, all of this source code is part of on-page optimization. So all the titles, all the information, all of the content on all of the pages, these are all part of SEO optimization on page. Okay, so what is off-page? Off-page optimization is all of the links and information that point to your website that are outside of your control on your particular website. So that could be a blog that you have that links to your site. It could be a directory that links to your site. Essentially, off-page optimization is generating interest and pointing back to your site. And that's what off-page optimization is essentially focused around. So links that point back to your site is typically what most people consider off-page optimization. Okay, so that said, those are the two key categories, and we'll start today's talk with on-page optimization. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and we'll take a look at the first thing that we do to engage a client for SEO purposes. We create what's called a master keyword list. And this is critical for on-page optimization. So what this does is it gives us a framework that we can use to look at to determine what the most high payoff keywords are going to be for your website. Typically, whenever we're working on a client's website, we're going to go in and make some adjustments to key areas of their site. So we're going to optimize their meta information. That's your title tags on your pages, the descriptions and keywords for pages, the header tags. We're going to add alternate tags for your images. And if you don't understand all of these terms, you can just keep in mind that essentially what we're doing is we're letting search engines know what kind of content you have available on your site. And we're putting keywords that make sense to search engines in a way that search engines can find those keywords. We're putting those keywords into your site in the places that it makes sense to have them. So just to give you a specific example, if you take a look at one of our resource pages, this is a great example for you to kind of consider. So here on this page we have a URL, and this is a form of a meta tag. We have the actual title for the page, so you can see it's e-commerce web solutions, enterprise e-commerce platforms, secure websites for selling products and services. So that's the title of the page. And then we have the header tags on the page. These are all meta information. It's information that describes the actual content that we've written on the page. So if you go to the actual content, it's really just a few paragraphs of information here. But we have several places where we need to make sure that the search engines are seeing information about what it is actually on the page. And search engines, because they continually go out and index the web, they've got to quickly devise ways of understanding what's on your site accurately and being able to show that to browsers. So folks that are doing searches and looking for a keyword need to be able to find accurate content. So that's why search engines look for meta tags. So they're constantly looking for that information that can kind of key them off to what makes what sites are showing valuable content for a particular keyword that a searcher types in. Okay, now I'm going to take you to a report that we use, or a survey that we use, and this is from SEO Moz, and you can see the URL here. These guys do every 2 years these guys complete a survey, and in this particular case they had a panel of 72 SEO experts who completed this survey below. And this is a blind survey, so what that means is these experts completed the survey, but you don't see who said what, so it's just accumulated in aggregate, and you can see what their answers were to specific questions. So here you're seeing on-page keyword-specific ranking factors, and what this is talking about is what are the most important factors for SEO whenever it comes to on-page optimization. And what they said was that keyword usage in the title tag, keyword usage in the first words of the title tag, the keyword usage in the root domain, and the H1 headline tag are the 4 most important things that you can optimize for on-page optimization. So the title tag is here in the code. So this is actually a title tag, and you can see it has the word title. It's important that it shows up at the top of your page, and here you can see that the very first words are the most critical. So these experts are saying keyword usage in the title tag and then keyword usage within the first words. So that's something that we're going to be doing for you, is building a list of keywords that make sense, since the very first word is more important than the last words in the title for your page. So this set of words at the end is going to get less emphasis than this set of words at the beginning. And so that kind of brings us back to my overview and the reason why we set up a master keyword list. So what we do with the master keyword list is we interview our clients and really understand what your major focus areas are for your business and what the high payoff, high margin type of keywords are going to be. Once we do that, then we go to get some data, and typically we're going to go to the Google Keyword Tool in addition to a few other sources. This is a great example though for you to just get a high level overview of what we're doing. So we're putting in keyword variations